Guys, it's been a minute since we've talked The Real Housewives of New Jersey on my page here. Now, obviously, the show has wrapped up their last season, and the ladies are currently on pause indefinitely. They've been given the Dorinda pause. If you know, you know. Okay, there's two dueling cruises, and the whole show with these ladies might get scrapped and they might get the Roni treatment. But let's pause, let's get into it. What are the ladies up to? We're going to talk about all that. But before we do, subscribe if you haven't already. I talk all things Real Housewives, Bravo, and some good pop culture tea. With that said, let's get into it. All right, guys, what is this about dueling cruises? Okay, I was first aware of the cruise with Teresa. It was Teresa, Dolores Catania, and Jennifer Aydin. But obviously, with Jennifer Aydin's Jersey Mike fiasco, which, by the way, she self recorded and put herself on blast. I mean, come on. Already, Jen Aydin was on thin ice with the network, a lot of the ladies, just the viewers. And this Jersey Mike's debacle, I think, book now, fans at sea.com, whoever was putting this together, I'm sure they were like, you know what, Jen Aydin, we're trying to run a business here, having you on board, pun intended, it's probably not going to work out. So we got Wives on the Waves cruise, Glamour meets the Sea, Dolores, Teresa, no more Jen Aydin. However, they have a good, what is it? A good 8 months to figure it out. It's going to be the first week of September of this year. The cruise sets from New York City to Bermuda. Okay, so that's cruise number one. There is another cruise taking place. Ultimate Ladies Cruise. Now, this one isn't just the Jersey ladies. We have Phaedra from Atlanta slash Married to Medicine. We, of course, have Margaret Josephs from Jersey. We got Cynthia 50 Cent Cheekbones from Atlanta slash Beverly Hills. She made a couple appearances there. And then, of course, Taylor Armstrong from Beverly Hills slash OC, and then special guest Thea, who I think has like a Housewives trivia book. She's very much, in this Housewives universe. Anyways, so this is another cruise that is taking place also in September, but mid-September. And this one, you go to ultimateladiescruise.com. I'm going to assume this is an entirely different company. And Ultimate Ladies Cruise, Wonder of the Seas. Now, um, based on this marketing material, I don't know where they're going. I guess you would have to go on their Instagram to find out. But this one again, it's mid-September, so you have enough time to book the cruise and any other logistics for you to get there if you're interested. Now, I don't know which cruise came first, but to me, I kept hearing about a cruise and I thought it was one cruise. And then I'm like, wait a minute, it's two different cruises. Because when I saw Margaret on the marketing for this cruise, I'm like, well, obviously Teresa and Margaret, they're not going to go on the same cruise. So then it hit me. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's two cruises. So, anyways, which one would you guys go on? Would you guys go on the one with Jersey only? So that's Dolores, Teresa, Jen Aydin was supposed to be in it, but no more. So they're going to have a surprise guest. Or would you go on this one where it's a bunch of different housewives and you're stuck on a cruise? Also, the other thing is this event that these ladies are doing, whether it's the Teresa one or the Margaret one, it's for a very specific audience, okay? You have to be a cruise person, or at the very least, you have to like these women enough where you would be like, yeah, I'd go on a cruise with them. I'd be stuck on a ship with these ladies and, other people who want to be part of this cruise. So it's a very small niche demographic of people these ladies are looking forward to getting on board. All right, let's get into the Real Housewives of New Jersey reboot, overhaul, reboot, recast that Bravo was thinking about. So obviously, the last season, the ladies were they were not getting along to a point where they could not even have a reunion. Andy just thought, what is the point of Andy production, however high up it ended up going? They just thought, what is the point of investing all of our dollars into a reunion, a 3-part series? And you guys, a 3-part reunion, all the housewives, they get paid to show up to the reunion, and that is a good chunk of their salary for the season. So by not having a reunion, these ladies shot themselves in the foot. It's like, yeah, really, you hated your coworkers so much that you guys all collectively lost out on a good, chunk of change, a good chunk of cash. So these ladies could not even have a reunion. Apparently, there was a whole movement behind the scenes to get a whole new set of ladies, probably a little younger, and they could have taken the RHONJ direction. However, for whatever reason, this article came up on OK Magazine. For whatever reason, they put the reboot on pause, and they also put these ladies on pause. So now Andy is just like, don't ask me any questions until 2026. Guys, we're in January of 2025, and Andy said this, I think it was like a month ago, or December or November. It wasn't that long ago. What are the ladies gonna do the entire year of 2025? And let's be real, don't ask me questions until 2026. That means they are just gonna ride it out. I don't think they're gonna take an 8-year hiatus like they did for Real Housewives of Miami. I don't think that's gonna happen for Real Housewives of New Jersey. New Jersey, it's like this own big thing where it has such a cult-like following, and I don't care if you're Team Melissa, Team Teresa, forget all of that. It just has a huge following. But 2025, these ladies, they have nothing to do with the show. 2026, what does that mean? So in 2026, they're going to internally, Andy and his folks are going to start the conversation. So that's going to be probably most of 2026. These ladies, they're going to have nothing to do with the show. And then maybe, fall is usually when, or summer and fall is usually when they do filming for New Jersey. So maybe by midway through 2026, we're going to see some movement or some news, some impactful news, not speculation, but impactful news from Bravo when it comes to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Guys, by the time we get any meaningful news of Real Housewives of New Jersey, Jen Shah is probably going to leave that federal prison and be back on Salt Lake City. I'm kidding. But let's take a look at what these ladies have been up to recently. I'm going to start with Danielle Cabral. I don't know why I can't say her name. Danielle Cabral. Her in her high body count hair. I'm absolutely loving this hair. And I think brunette suits her facial features and her olive skin tone a lot better. Actually, I don't know if she has olive skin tone because I know she does go pretty hard with the tanning, but this looks good on her. I absolutely love this hair. Fabulous job. But why does she have this new look? Where was she wearing this new look to? Well, she was taking a stab. I'll get to Rachel later. She was taking a stab at Jennifer Aydin in a new, I don't know, TikTok, Instagram skit. They filmed it at a deli, and she kind of changed up a couple things. Obviously, when Jennifer Aydin was at Jersey Mike's, she obviously has to throw in how her husband is a surgeon. Do you know who I am? Do you know who my husband is? And in this skit, Danielle is like, do you know who I'm married to? I'm married to the chief of sanitation. And then the two guys behind the counter, they're like Lou Kapinski or whatever it was. It was just like such a funny skit. I'll play you guys just like a little bit, but go watch it on her Instagram and her TikTok.
Where is my phone?
I have your phone.
Do you know who I am?
Lady, no one gives a fuck who you are.
My husband is the chief of sanitation.
Oh, so
Sally Gooch is your husband? Sally Gooch. Good guy, Sally Gooch.
No, it's Chad Lipinski.
Okay, and then she makes fun of the person behind the counter, and I've seen this person before. They're like this really big comedian. You guys will probably notice the face, but Danielle basically took whatever Jen Aydin self-reported about herself, about her, situation at Jersey Mike's, and redid that whole skit, but she just like changed up a few things, and it's so funny. So here's like, I don't know, another clip from it.
This lady sucks. Down bad. She's paying people to hang out with her. Jesus Christ.
Okay, I want to go live just to show you where I am and how horrible this place is. Look at that. There's a child working behind the counter. That's child labor.
I'll be 52 on Sunday.
Whoa,
And they
lady.
deceive you.
Lady.
Oh my God, it is so good. Anyways, guys, you should definitely go watch the rest of it, the Bougie Mama on Instagram and TikTok. Now, Danielle and Rachel, they are definitely having the last laugh when it comes to their dynamic with Jennifer Aydin. So let's see what Rachel Fuda is up to these days. Okay, so Rachel Fuda, I'll see her on my feed sometimes, and she's very like with it when it comes to trending sounds or trending videos on social media. So there's one going on right now where it's like, "You're so funny," and then you kind of say like your trauma or something that you went through in childhood or some situation you went through. And so she put up, "You're so funny. Thank you so much. I got told on national TV I have a shitty nose job by someone with a shittier nose job than me." So of course she is taking she's basically calling out Jennifer Aydin, because on the show we saw Jennifer Aydin talking crap about Rachel Fuda's nose job. But then for like a good seasons, everyone was making fun of Jennifer Aydin's nose job that she did in Turkey. And I'm thinking like, your doctor is a surgeon and you could not get a good referral recommendation to a fabulous surgeon in the tri-state area. So, good for Rachel. She's having her fun. Also, Rachel just had a third kid, I believe. So yeah, good for the Fudas. They're living life, they're doing their thing. All right, let's quickly go through the rest of the cast. Now, when it comes to Melissa Gorgasita, she has her line of sprinkle cookies, and I believe there is supposed to be a line for Valentine's Day, so hopefully she is restocking. The only thing that I heard not so great about the cookies is just they didn't come in on time, or there was a bit of a delay for people to get their cookies. But other than that, everything I've heard about the sprinkle cookies, it's that like they're pretty good and they use a decent amount of butter, so it's like nice and soft. So good for Melissa. We got Fuda. She's, expanding her family, making funny TikToks. Great for her. Okay, Margaret Josephs, I truly think she has parted with this show. I think Margaret knows she's maybe aged out a little bit, and what is left of her story? What is she going to do? Fight with these women? Are these women even going to come back? Are even half of them going to come back? Who knows? So I truly think Margaret, she's focused more about her home decor, home design, renovating, other business ventures, just other things that she's going to do with her name in the limelight. Now, Dolores was on what? On Traders. So, Dolores, she's still very good with Bravo, and I think Dolores is probably the one that is the most pissed off, cuz it's like, guys, we had a good thing. We film for a couple months and then do promo for a couple months and then enjoy our six-figure amounts that they would make from the show. High six figures, by the way. Teresa, I think the rumor is, makes around 2 mil. I'm gonna assume Melissa at least makes $1 million at least. And then Dolores, Margaret, Jennifer Aydin, they also probably make a pretty penny in the mid to high six-figure range. And then obviously Rachel and Danielle, they got the short end of the stick by joining when they did, and then the show gets put on pause. Jennifer Aydin, she has those 5 kids. She has the nannies. She's going to make more. I don't know, voluntary videos and share it with the rest of us. So that's Jen Aydin for you. Danielle Cabral, I don't really follow these women too closely, but it seems like, she's going to continue her bougie mama brand. Um, I hope she continues with these funny skits, but the one that I showed you guys, that was quality production. Very well done. And now Teresa. Guys, Teresa is doing meet and greets like there is no tomorrow. Now, she was just in my city, and a fellow Bravo content creator from my city, she went to Teresa's meet and greet. And this meet and greet was supposed to be a brunch. That's how it was marketed. And then I read the fine print, and it said 5 p.m. And I'm thinking, well, what kind of brunch is this? They could have called it a lunch, whatever. So my girlfriend, this other Bravo creator, I'm texting her. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. You're going to meet Teresa. And then on her story, like literally 30 minutes later, she's like on her way home. And I'm thinking, like, did you go? Like, how was it? It was literally a meet and greet. And it was like, I don't know, like a $70 ticket. You get like one drink, you get to take a picture with Teresa. And then that was like kind of it. And I know Teresa's doing a lot of these. Like, the girl has four daughters to get through college. She is a hustler. She is a worker bee. So good for Teresa. She was on the Villains recently. I'm sure she cashed that check. But none of these checks are obviously going to amount to her Bravo pay from being on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And look, Louis seems like he's great to her, but between you and I, none of us really know what Louis does. But, as long as the lights are kept on, that's all that matters. Guys, how do you feel about the dueling cruises? Let me know. Are you going to go? Are you in the tax bracket to even go to these cruises? Because, cruises, they're no joke. It is a pretty penny. And what do you think about the reboot? Do you think Jersey is going to get an entire overhaul like RHONJ did? Or we're going to get some of the girls back? Or do you want to see some of the girls? Do you want to see them mixed in with some new girls? Let me know your thoughts. I don't know. I think some of these girls should come back. That's just my opinion. You let me know yours in the comments below. And with that said, I will catch you all later.